Good morning, class. Our topic today is about typography, TLE Grade 8, Quarter 1, Lesson 3, Week 3. Content Standard. The learners demonstrate an understanding of graphic design tools. Performance Standard. The learners create videos with graphics design in a safe and responsible manner. Learning Competency. Learning competency. The learners will utilize graphic design tools for graphic production. Learning Objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to 1. Discuss the importance of graphic design. 2. Identify how graphic design has been applied in the real world. 3. Get to know the principles and elements in graphic design. 4. Learn the fundamentals of graphic design and desktop publishing. Short review. Identify what color category the following belongs to. What is typography? Typography is all around us, from the books we read to the websites we visit, and even in everyday items like street signs and product packaging. Typography involves the skillful arrangement of type to ensure that written language is both legible and visually pleasing when presented. This process includes selecting appropriate typefaces, adjusting point sizes, line lengths, line spacing, letter spacing, and managing the spacing between individual letters. There are two common types of fonts, the serif and sans serif that we have discussed previously. But they're also called display fonts as they come in many different styles like script, black letter, all caps, and just plain fancy. Because of their decorative nature, display fonts are best for small amounts of text, like titles and headers, and more graphic-heavy designs. Font versus typeface. Typeface is the name of the design in full, style, or font family. X Arial Calibri times New Romans. Font refers to format or storage mechanism. X Arial TTF Calibri. The TT typeface is to a font as a song is to an MP3. How to choose a font. In a way, fonts have their own language. They all have something to say beyond the words on the page. They can come across as casual or neutral, exotic or graphic. That's why it's important to think about your message, then choose a font that fits. Fonts to avoid. Some fonts come with extra baggage, including Comic Sans, curls, and papyrus. There's nothing particularly wrong with these fonts. They just have a certain reputation for being outdated and overused. Combining fonts. When deciding which font to use, less is more. It's best to limit yourself to 1 or 2 per project. If you need more contrast, try repeating one of your fonts in a different size, weight, or style. This trick is practically foolproof for creating interesting combinations that work. Combining fonts. You've probably heard that opposites attract. The same is true for fonts. Don't be afraid to combine font styles that are different but complementary, like sans serif with serif, short with tall, or decorative with simple. This can be challenging at first, but don't despair. Look to other designs for inspiration, and soon you'll get the hang of it. The anatomy of type. The anatomy of type describes the visual elements that make up the letter forms within a typeface. Aperture, the partially enclosed space of a letter form. Ascender, an upward vertical stroke that extends beyond the X height. Baseline, the invisible line on which all letters rest. Bow, the generally round or elliptical forms which are the basic body shape of letters. Cap height, the distance from the baseline to the top of the capital letter. Counter, the white space enclosed by a letter form. Crossbar, the horizontal stroke in letters. Descender, a downward vertical stroke that extends beyond the baseline. Also known as a tittle, is a small diacritic on a lowercase I or j. I, the closed counter of a lowercase c. Finial, a tapered or curved end on a letter form. A ligature, two or more letters tied into a single character. A lowercase, a smaller form of letters in a typeface. Shoulder, a curved stroke originating from a stem. Spine, the main curved stroke of a lowercase or capital letter. Stem, a main stroke that is more or less straight, not part of a bowl. Serif, a stroke added to the beginning or end of one of the main strokes of a letter. Small capital, short capital letters designed to blend with lowercase text. Stroke, a straight or curved line that creates the principal part of a letter. Terminal, a circular form at the end of the arm, leg, or brow in letters. Uppercase, a typecase containing capital letters. X height, the distance between the baseline and the height of the lowercase letter x. Weight, the thickness of a font stroke. Two, worked example. Is the typeface readable? Is there enough contrast for the text versus the background? Does it reflect the brand and its audience well? What message does the typeface intended to convey? Lesson activity. Students will create slogan making. See Learning Activity Sheet number 4. 1. Learners' takeaways. Can you summarize each of the elements of design in your own words? 2. Reflection on learning. How will it affect your decision in applying the different principles in your design? What are the important factors in choosing the right color and typeface in your logo design?